Most of the time, the souls came asking for prayers, but sometimes Maria was allowed to ask a question. She knew when she was allowed to ask a question, when a soul would linger instead of disappearing immediately. Maria was also allowed to ask these questions on the first Saturday of the month and on feast days. Usually, the questions were from family who wanted to know if a loved one was still in purgatory. The souls were never allowed to tell if a soul was in hell. Maria would always say, "Purgatory is in many places. Souls do not come from purgatory. They come with purgatory." Maria usually saw souls only one at a time, but sometimes she would have a vision of purgatory in general. One time, she saw a great crowd of souls. The souls who had sinned against faith had a dark flame over their hearts. The souls who sinned against chastity had a red flame. Like other saints who had seen purgatory, Maria saw souls making atonement in categories of suffering according to the severity of their sins. For example, she saw many religious, both men and women, suffering on account of their lukewarmness and uncharitableness. She even saw children as young as 6 years old in purgatory. She learned that each soul atones for their sins based on their knowledge and mental state of the time the sin was committed. And so, since children do not have a complete sense of reason, but have an understanding of right and wrong, their purgatory is much shorter and lighter. Maria was asked which sins received the most severe punishment. This would be sins against charity. Sins such as greed, slander, and envy are punished severely. Talking about someone critically behind their backs or to their face is a dangerous thing for our souls. Maria says, how often persons who live alone complain that they receive so little help. Youngsters living in their own neighborhood could help, but it doesn't even occur to them that they can shovel the snow for their helpless neighbor. And so, sins against charity are severely punished, but works of charity are given the highest reward in heaven. Refusing forgiveness is also a sin against charity.